So, for all you Jeep Wrangler owners, I'm about to give away your top secret to everybody, but it must be done because it's so relatable to our everyday life. And that's that Jeep Wrangler owners, when they're driving their Jeep and they pass another Jeep, they give this friendly hello. And this friendly hello doesn't discriminate. It doesn't discriminate the year of the car, the color of the car, the condition of the car. It doesn't discriminate. It's going to give them a respect in spite of what that Jeep condition is in that moment. And I think about that in our everyday life, how interesting that would be if we could serve one another similarly to how Jeep owners serve one another. If we refuse to discriminate based on our race, based on our gender, based on our differences, such as what's in our bank account, the neighborhoods that we came from, the families that we were raised in, our current life circumstances, that we could still look at each other and have enough respect because we too have one common denominator. The common denominator of those that are waving to each other in the car, regardless of the condition of their vehicle, regardless of the bumper stickers they wear in the back of their Jeep Wrangler, regardless of all of that, they have a common denominator, and that's that they're driving a Jeep. The human race has a common denominator as well, and we have our own maker, just like the maker of this car is a Jeep. Ours is God, and we're breathing. And we owe that type of same respect to one another in spite of our differences. There was only one type of individual or groups of individual that Jesus it was angry about and that grieved his heart on such a deep level. And those were the ones that chose to be very deceitful and tried to hide what was really going on inside. They tried to act religious. They had a form of godliness, but they lacked any kind of power. And yet they tried to convince those around them that they were this religious type person. Those were the kind that Jesus despised. That would be like a Jeep owner who loves his Jeep driving down a road, and there comes like a 93 Geo tracker, and he's taken off the labels and he's put a Jeep sticker on it. They would be able to know right away, okay, that's not a real Jeep. That would make them angry. Versus a Jeep lover who just loves Jeeps, driving down a road and he sees a 30, 40-year-old Jeep, missing tires, it's bumped, it's bruised, it's wounded, it just needs restoration. And then they have a compassion. It's not a judgment, it's a compassion. They put their time, their treasure, their talent into this Jeep to restore it, redeem it, revive it, renew it from the inside out. And I really feel like there's an analogy here of what Jesus has been telling us, is that with those that have bumps and bruises and they're wounded, and no, he's not saying co-sign their sin. He's saying instead of judging, let's dive in and let's have compassion on those that are wounded on the side of the road, that are wounded, that need investment, that need our help. And stop using our differences to judge one another, but to have a compassion for one another. So if we could just live and operate our life more like the Jeeps seem to do, in the simplicity of just the simple wave of giving each other respect, I think would go a long way. And again, I know this message is so simple-minded, and yet I think with everything that's going on in this world right now, and the things that's hurting your heart and grieving my heart, I think a simple type of mindset could really go a long way. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.